Baseball, often referred to as America's pastime, has a rich history full of legendary players, major moments, and unwavering energy. However, there have been some who have embraced their position as the sport's most notorious figures amid the bright lights and cheering fans. These players, known as the villains of baseball, have received recognition for their controversial actions, theatrics, and controversy both on and off the pitch. While the majority of MLB players are respected and valued, some villains have made a lasting impression by captivating fans as well as critics with their provocative behavior and sometimes horrible actions. We look into the intriguing world of baseball's most infamous villains, learning about their misdeeds and the impact that they have taken on the sport and its passionate fan base. Join us as we explore the murky side of America's favorite pastime, from dividing stars to exciting troublemakers. 10. John Rocker. John Rocker is last but not least. The main reason he is so hated is not because of what he performed on the pitch, but rather because of some really stupid comments he made in an interview with Sports Illustrated. Rocker delivered a xenophobic rant in response to a question on whether he would ever perform in New York. "The biggest thing I don't like about New York are the foreigners. In Times Square, you can go a full block and not hear a single English word. Asians, Koreans, Vietnamese, Indians, Russians, and Spanish people are all present there, as well as everyone else. What the hell happened to them to enter this nation?" After that, he went up to renown as a villain, which caused his pitching effectiveness to drastically deteriorate. In the past, he called Randall Simon, a colleague, a fat monkey, and he was well known for his intense homophobic. The triple danger that is Rocker is made up of racism, homophobia, and xenophobia. 9. Alex Rodriguez. The fact that Alex Rodriguez has a bad reputation is probably known to even casual sports fans. He initially denied using steroids, but eventually admitted using them, gaining the nickname A-Roid. In the 2004 American League Championship Series, ALCS, against the Boston Red Sox, one of his most infamous incidents occurred. To escape being tagged, Rodriguez smacked the ball out of pitcher Bronson Arroyo's glove. In 2007, he engaged in additional unsportsmanlike behavior by shouting "I got it" as he advanced to third base, which resulted in the loss of an infield fly as a result of his dishonest strategies. Rodriguez has earned a reputation as a baseball villain thanks to his deeds both on and off the pitch. 8. Roger Clemens. Outstanding starting pitcher Roger Clemens was. Sadly, his persistent denial of using steroids late in his career is how everyone remembers him, severely destroying his legacy. To be completely honest, he could have handled the issue much worse than he did. After all, how else can he account for the roid rage event in which he retaliated against Mike Piazza by hurling the broken pieces of his bat at him? Oh, and Clemens said he mistakenly believed the shattered piece of the bat to be a ball. It is now better since it makes more sense to toss a baseball back toward the player who hit it to you. 7. Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey, who was once seen as an emerging talent, saw his abilities on the field deteriorate along with his attitude. Harvey had a reputation for being a diva and a self-absorbed person. He often avoided speaking to the media in the wake of disappointing performances, leaving other Mets players to do so instead. Harvey reacted poorly to being switched to the bullpen, showing little interest and even staying up late the night before a game to the party. He became known as a baseball villain due to his teammates and fans' dislike of his alleged lack of effort and refusal to accept responsibility for his mistakes. 6. A.J. Pierzynski. Throughout the course of his 19-year career, A.J. Pierzynski has been a part of a few incidents where his actions have drawn criticism. Around the league, A.J. Pierzynski had a history of being regarded as an arrogant and irritating person. He had a knack for getting under the skin of opponents, to the point where Cubs catcher Michael Barrett punched him in the face during a game in 2006. Pierzynski was even voted by his peers as the most hated player in baseball in 2012. Ozzie Guillen, a colorful personality himself, once said, "If you play against him, you hate him. If you play with him, you hate him a little less." Pierzynski's ability to irritate both teammates and rivals solidified his status as a villain. 5. Yasiel Puig. Yasiel Puig's exceptional talent is often overshadowed by his extravagant personality and perceived arrogance. While he hasn't technically engaged in egregious acts, Puig's on-field behavior and off-field actions have raised eyebrows. He has been benched multiple times throughout his career due to a lack of hustle and tardiness. Additionally, one memorable incident involved Puig licking his bat in a manner considered eccentric and bordering on maniacal. Puig's demeanor and lack of discipline have contributed to his image as a player with an inflated sense of self-importance. 4. Chase Utley. A great deal of criticism had been targeted at Chase Utley's aggressive and controversial slide during the 2015 National League Division Series game. Ruben Tejada of the New York Mets suffered a shattered leg as a result of Utley's intentional collision with Tejada at an important moment. Utley failed to touch second base and purposely ran into Tejada with all of his momentum after passing the bag, which led to the dispute surrounding the slide. Although Utley had a remarkable baseball career, this act tarnished his reputation, particularly among Mets fans. 3. Jonathan Papelbon. Jonathan Papelbon's career has been marred by incidents that have eroded his public image. One noteworthy incident occurred after he recorded the final out for the Boston Red Sox in the 2007 World Series. Papelbon claimed that his dog tore the coveted game ball to pieces. While the veracity of this story remains uncertain, it added fuel to the fire of his controversial reputation. In 2014, Papelbon infamously grabbed his crotch while walking off the field, eliciting a chorus of boos from Philadelphia Phillies fans. Just a year later, in 2015, he got into a dugout altercation with teammate Bryce Harper, choking him because Harper didn't hustle down the line. Papelbon's inability to handle conflict professionally has left a negative mark on his career. 2. Bryce Harper. Another well-known free agent, Bryce Harper, portrays a sense of superiority and conceit. His confident demeanor has made him a target for criticism, even though he doesn't always engage in egregious acts. Harper gained fame in 2012 when, at the age of 19, he responded to a reporter's question with the now-famous remark, "That's a clown question, bro." He gained a reputation as one of baseball's iconic villains as a result of this response, as well as his showy playing style and unique hairdos. 1. Manny Machado. Manny Machado free agency and loud remarks have brought him to public attention. He commented, "I'm not the type of player that's going to be Johnny Hustle," which was one incident that helped him become well known. Both fans and other players criticized him for making this claim since they saw it as an admission of his lack of effort. Aguilar was deliberately kicked by Machado as he ran down the first baseline during another incident that occurred during the playoffs. Slow-motion replays contradicted his assertion that Aguilar's foot was in the way and obstructed the bag from being delivered. The reputation of Machado as a player lacking in sportsmanship has been strengthened by his acts and comments. While the world of baseball is filled with countless admirable and respected players, there have been a few individuals who have cemented their places as villains. Whether through their questionable actions, arrogant attitudes, or offensive behavior, these players have drawn widespread criticism and earned a place in baseball history as notorious figures. Their actions have left a lasting impact, overshadowing their athletic achievements and leaving fans and fellow players with a lasting impression of their villainous status. As you depart, be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on the latest content and updates.